Well, welcome back. We've got the engine running, and we could hear a tapping coming from the rocker cover area. So I'm going to whip the rocker cover off and check the clearances of the rockers, and we'll see what we find. That's a bit fancy, isn't it, with these? Don't want to look at that in there. Wonder what that is. It's just condensation. Let's hope so. These are nice. They're certainly not 1960s. I think this engine's had some rebuilding. What we'll do is we'll run it with the rocker box off, see if there's an obvious loose one. It does help if you put the spark plugs with leads on. Don't want to run it any longer, it's ran enough oil out as it is. Well, we've run it, couldn't notice any rockers that were noticeably loose, so I'm going to leave it as it is, I think. I have found something in the back of the workshop. That, which is rather beautiful. Crossflow aluminium rocker box. The problem I've got is that it's much taller. A lot taller, what do you reckon? About an inch. I don't think it'll clear it on the bonnet. Let's see. So I'd like to put that on. Looks very tall. Right, let's close the bonnet, see if it fouls. Fingers crossed. I think it's going to foul. Yeah, it hits it. That's the end of that little story. Let's go back to the standard one. Oh well, look nice. Not to be. Let's step back and hear it running. So the Accuspark was the answer. Now I'm back on with this rattle. I thought it was coming from the rockers, but I don't think it is. I think it's coming from here. I've noticed there's a lot of play in the rotor arm. That feels loose. But I don't think it's that. There's a bit of damage on top of that. It looks like it might have had a sort of spring clip in it that holds it tight. I think the distributor has come out of the housing a bit. So I'm going to see if we can get it further in. See if that reduces some of this slop. That's the rattle. It even sounds like it. Let me see. Now I've taken the distributor off the car, taken the top plate off, and when you spin it round, you hear this rattling. So it's pretty sure that's where the rattle's coming from. Then I noticed that these two springs, one here and one on that side. That one is nice and tight. whereas this one is all loose. I think that's where the problem is. So either I can manipulate that spring or replace it. That'll cure the rattling. I've got this little spring in my hand now. Look, you can just see that side is opened up here. I'm going to have a go with some pliers and try and manipulate it, but we'll see. I'm not hopeful. I wonder if I can just bend that. That way. It's a tough old spring. Well, I think I fixed it. What I did in the end was bend this tang out. You can't manipulate those springs at all. And it feels a lot better. Not rattling like it was. So I'm going to oil it all up, put it all back together. And that also means if you hold the cog there still, I was getting very easy movement, and the timing was jumping around on the timing gun. So I think I fixed it. So that all I did was bend these little tangs back and just tighten the spring up. Did both sides just to even it up, and it's seems to have improved it. So oil it up, put it back together. Well, I'm quietly confident that that's repaired it, because I'm getting, you can actually feel the tension of those springs. That's how it should be. It was all floppy, wasn't it, and all falling around. So as it fell that way, the time went advanced, and as it fell that way, it went retarded. So it was jumping around. That's why it was jumping around on the gun. So just I'm going to call it a night tonight and get it all back together in the morning, and keep you posted. Thanks for subscribing, thanks for watching, and thanks for your comments.